a slab mug. So you roll out a slab of clay, and then you kind of blend together the edges. I made this face mug. It looks pretty crazy. It's rainbow. I used underglaze for the colors, and then I used like clear glaze over top, and it kind of has like these freckles on it as well. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous, but this was like the very first thing I ever made in ceramics, which is pretty cool. And it has like a bunch of crystals in it right now, but the eyebrows have texture, which is kind of cool. And it's supposed to be kind of inspired by like thermal, but it mostly kind of just ended up like rainbow watercolor. Yeah, but I made this in my very first intro ceramics class, which is why the handle is so wonky, but I still love this one. Because it's just like pretty weird, and yeah, definitely have not made anything like this since, really. This is kind of a random one. The prompt for this piece was something I think like crushed or like destroyed or discarded, so I made a soda can that's supposed to be like crushed, I guess, but this was one of the very first times I ever used like splatter glaze and where I mixed glazes, so I don't love this piece that much, but I think it's cool for that reason. I like using this one for flowers and stuff like that, like if you just want to put like one or two flowers on display, so yeah. Okay, and then this is probably like the second ceramic piece I ever made. It's this little jar, but it's also my second piece, thus why the lid is not great, but this is what the inside looks like. The inside is just black. But yeah, this is supposed to be like thermal kind of design inspired. I don't know if it looks like that, but it's definitely cool. I still like this piece for sure. I think that the handle is kind of cool. I will say somebody's piece that was not mine exploded in the kiln, and because of that, some of the debris from that piece exploding stuck to the glaze on my piece. So it kind of ruined mine too, but it's okay because the bottom still looks cool, I guess. But yes, and then I used to use this for like my stems, but I don't really use this for anything anymore. It's cute though. Okay, and while I'm showing old stuff that I've made, this is pretty old. This is a giant juice box that I made. It is pretty huge, like bigger than my head. It has kind of like the health facts right here. The shine is like killing me. And then two little like label stickers here. And then the sides are like darker purple than like the big front, but it says grape juice. I think it's backwards because I'm filming a video with my selfie camera on my phone, but it says grape juice, and then it has grapes that I painted on it, and then this is fully glazed on the inside and the outside. And I guess I should have put this in from the beginning, but it has a removable straw. It is so incredibly loud because it's like ceramic clinking against each other, so I'm trying not to, you know, absolutely kill you guys while you're potentially trying to sleep. But yeah, this is every single one of my videos right here. So you see the side of it. But yeah. Okay, that's where the juice box lives. Now I have these cherries. These are so incredibly dusty. Okay, that literally bothered me so bad. I just dusted them, but it's these little twin cherries. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. There was definitely a prompt for this project. I'm pretty sure it was like twins or like something identical. So I just like pulled something out of my ass, which was this. But yeah, it's literally just two cherries and they have eyelashes on them. Like I literally glued eyelashes on to them. So yeah, pick your favorite, I guess. I don't know, guys. But yeah, I made this also probably very close to when I made the juice box. So honestly, I have no recollection of making this, but yeah, pretty silly. And then staying on the theme of like weird stuff that's like useless. This is just creative ceramics, baby. This is just like useless stuff that looks cool. This is my first time using porcelain. Oh, I know this was my second time ever using porcelain. And this is lips and teeth, obviously. And then on the tongue is a house with grass and flowers and like a welcome mat. But I sculpted, obviously, everything on the tongue. Like the house and all these little flowers are 3D. And then I sculpted all of the teeth. And the tongue has like this drip of saliva, which is glaze. So I piled up glaze at the tongue so that it looked like spit. But yeah, and then the back is completely unglazed so that it could sit on something in the kiln. But the prompt of this piece was like something weird and like unique or something. Like I don't even remember. Like I said, okay, sorry guys, my phone just died. Embarrassing. But I remembered what the prompt for this was. It was like something from a dream. So guys, this is something from a dream, I suppose. But yeah, I made this like over a year and a half ago. I don't know, guys. This is like some of the weird stuff I cook up in the art room when I'm like out of it and not logged in. But yeah, this is like just kind of funny to me. This is a super cute box I made at the end of, I think the end of last year. Honestly, I'm not sure, but it's just this little, it's a pretty skinny box. My mom usually just puts incense cones in it, but the front I carved into it, and this is the celestial blue again. Like I said, one of my favorite glazes. And I carved into it, and I splattered on some other glaze, and then this is just some orange that I put in the star that I carved. And then this is what the back looks like. But yeah, this one is, I like this one a lot actually. Very cute, very cute. My mom really likes this one too. so they're all pretty dusty, but they all fit perfectly inside each other. Let me mute quickly. And this is what they look like living in harmony all together, fitting perfectly. As I said, ceramics clinking against each other might be the least ASMR sound in the entire universe. So I might have to continue to mute throughout this video, but yeah, I really love this set. So, okay, now we're gonna be getting into like some of the most recent stuff that I've made. So yeah, first I'm gonna go with this vase. This is literally my favorite vase I've ever made. So round of applause for this vase, please. Please, can I get a round of applause for this vase, guys? Once again, celestial blue on the top. And you can really see celestial blue in her true form here, which is brown on the high points and blue in the low points. The inside of this vase is also very dreamy. I threw this on the wheel, and then I carved into it a whole bunch, which kind of warped the shape a little bit, but I still love it so much. And then I used Dragon's Breath as the red, and then I used Albany Brown at the bottom, which kind of turned green, which I find interesting, but I still really like the kind of like the green color, the red, and the blue, and I love how it all drips down so much. I love this vase, but I made this probably only like a month ago, so really recently, but I love this vase so much. So yeah. I forgot to show these, but I made these early this year. These are ceramic bangles that are wearable. I've worn both of them out for a full day. Everyone always asks me if they'll break when you wear them, and the answer is no. Because I've worn them out, I would say the only thing that would probably break them is actually wearing them on the same wrist all day. But other than that, they're very durable. This one is a piano key bracelet. I will say the sizing of both of these are based off of my own wrist, so I've had a lot of people say that they're too small, and I've had a lot of people say that they're too big, so they're just for me. And coincidentally, my mom, because we have the same size wrists, and she loves to wear these out to concerts. But yeah, it's just like a loose fitting bangle. It's made of clay, and then I underglazed it to paint the design, and then I glazed them so they're fully smooth and they're cold to the touch. And I really like messing with them and playing with them when I wear them. But yeah, this is the piano one, and then this is the electric guitar one that I made. I threw both of them on the wheel to start, and then I cut them off. This one is bigger than the other one, but it's also thicker than the other one. The glaze was not supposed to bubble like this, but I actually really like it. If I'm being honest, I like the texture. And yeah, just a red guitar. And the band is black. But I like both of them a lot. This one is incredible. this is a wall hanging made out of ceramic beads, and the cord that goes through them is leather. So I dipped all of them in like a bunch of different glazes. So this is light blue, and they're all carved into, and I made them all beads. This is like a rectangle with a carved texture. This is grass green. This is a big rectangle, like a flat rectangle, with a hole right through the middle, and this is celestial blue. And then this is a little kind of medallion coin that kind of feeds through it like that, and I kind of carved like a little channel so that it sat flat. And this is dark blue glaze. And then I used Albany brown glaze on this tiny little one. And then on this diamond shaped one at the bottom, it's just black obsidian glaze. But I was really happy with how this came out. This is a really cool piece. I definitely really like this one. That sounds pretty cool, but yeah, that's this one. Then I have this gravy dish that I tried this new pattern on, like this new texture on. I initially tried this texture on, so basically this pot right here that I'm about to show you is like a failure. Like, it's like an ugly one, and whenever I make an ugly pot, I just use it as an experiment. Like, I literally just experiment on its pores hole. And so I turned this ugly little pot into like this Frankenstein situation because I was just trying a whole bunch of shit out on it. So it looks like a freaking dinosaur egg. Some of it is like falling off. Like, it's kind of a vibe though. I don't know, maybe it's like a planter. Who knows? It looks like a dinosaur egg, but this is like a fail in my mind, 100%. Like, I don't like this, but I wanted to try to do that texture in a way that I would like. So I did this, and I wiped off the glaze with a sponge before I fired it, so that the glaze was only in like these little cavities. And I like the way that this looks so much more, and I also just like the colors that I picked with this more. But this is like orange, red, green, and blue. Celestial blue, of course. The handle is so pretty. It has a bunch of different colors. But yeah, the texture is everywhere, and it looks really cool to me. But yeah, this is a gravy dish. My mom requested something like this, so this is for her. But this is super cool, and I'm really happy with how this came out compared to this fugly Franken pot. But yeah. But you know what, y'all? With that being said, ugly pots deserve love too, because this is another ugly pot that I made. I always, when I'm spinning on the wheel, like when I'm throwing a pot on the wheel, I have to not have long nails, but it's difficult for me to not have long nails because not only do I love making ceramics, but I love doing nails. Like, I do my own nails. So it is like, it's difficult, but these two pots, like this ugly one that I made right here and this ugly one right here, I made them both when I had nails on, which you're not supposed to do, but I like the glaze on this one a lot, but it's just so thick and heavy. But I carved into it to try to like salvage it, but this is that you can put a candle inside the building and it will glow through the windows, but the roof is purple. So this is the roof. The roof is removable, so you can put a candle in it. And then the inside has the sun from the movie, that basically makes her realize that she's the long lost daughter of the king and queen. And this is Mother Gothel's tower that she hides Rapunzel in for friggin' 10 plus years. But yeah, this is like this is just another fun piece that I've made, but I do really like this one. And yeah, I wanted to show you guys this too, even though it's quite loud. Okay, I think I just have two more things I want to show you guys. These are the two most recent things I brought home. They're just two mugs. They're two mugs that I did like two different kind of glaze patterns on that I've never done. So I tried this kind of like polka dot glaze. The polka dots are celestial blue. What do you know? And all this dripping down the side is celestial blue. The red is dragon's breath, one of my favorites. And then the bottom is, I think, just like dark blue or something. I really like the way that this one turned out. I also just wanted more mugs. I put a foot on this one as well. But yeah, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the size of this one. Pretty cozy mug. I like this one for sure. Oh, and then I also have this Q-tip container that I use when I do my makeup every single day, and I clean my piercings every single day. And I also made this. I made this on the wheel. I really like the shape of this one. Like I said, it's holding a whole bunch of Q-tips, but this is dragon's breath, and then I think light blue or sky blue or something. But I really like the shape of this one. Kind of funky, kind of weird. And then this is just one more mug that I made, and it has a dragonfly on it. I brought this home in the same batch that I brought this one home in. Kind of similar, also has a foot on it. Dragonfly that I like, not carved, but put on it, I guess. I did the dragonfly light blue. The background of the dragonfly is celestial blue yet again. The red ring is dragon's breath, and then this back ring is celestial blue again, but it just turned out brown for the most part. The inside of both of these are pretty dreamy. I really like the red blue glaze pattern, if you can't tell. But yeah, this one is a little bit bigger than the dragonfly one, but these are both really cute. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Please let me know if you did. This is just some of like my favorites, I guess. Well, not really, but also just like the ones that I could find. I have so many that I've made at my house, so these are just like the ones that when I was doing like a look through that I could find right away. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this video. Thank you so much for the love that I've been receiving on some of the other videos on my channel. I have like multiple videos with over 1,000 views, which is pretty crazy. So thank you. In the last video that I just posted got like, I think right now it's at like 1.4 or something like that, 1,000 views. So